Hi, I'm Jessica Munger, Move to Amends Program Director, and I want to talk to you about bird dogging. Bird dogging means to observe, follow, monitor, or seek out with persistent attention. And in the political context, it means to go to where the candidates are and to ask them questions in person and persistently. The goal of bird dogging is to educate the candidates, to educate the public, the people around you in the audience, and to get candidates on record making statements and commitments. So as you might know, this is one of the most expensive election cycles in history and one of the most important. It's an opportunity for us to access candidates and influence their platforms. Candidates are going around trying to get your vote. This means they're coming to you, they're open to being asked questions, and they're crafting their position on issues. Move to Amend is in a critical moment right now. We have a large and growing list of co-sponsors on our bill in the House, and we have to get it introduced in the Senate. So as you might know, there are two ways to amend the Constitution. One route is to have 2/3 of both houses of Congress pass matching bills, then 3/4 of the states need to ratify. The other route is to get 2/3 of state legislatures to call for a constitutional convention, and then 3/4 of the states have to ratify whatever comes out of it. So Move to Amend is working both routes. We work on the grassroots level to invest in communities understanding and rallying behind and making calls for the amendment. And we also work on Congress. We have the amendment introduced in the House of Representatives, currently House Joint Resolution 48, the We the People Amendment, introduced by lead sponsor Pramila Jayapal from Washington. So we need a companion bill, basically a resolution matching the language that we have introduced in the House, to be introduced in the Senate. And we've talked to many senators who agree to join on as co-sponsors once the amendment is introduced in the Senate, but someone needs to take the lead. And this election season is a great time to talk to the many presidential candidates who are also senators. So we are getting out there as much as possible while they're on the campaign trail to ask them questions in every possible place that we can. We're going to town halls and fundraisers, meet and greets and forums, and anywhere else we can to get HJR 48 on their radar. So as the campaign season goes on and the candidate pool gets smaller, the events will get bigger and candidates will become much less accessible to us. There won't be as many opportunities to ask direct questions or to get their attention. So will you help us? What you can do is keep an eye out for events near you and go to as many as you can. Go early to the event, scope out where the mics are and how they'll take questions. Raise your hand fast if they're doing it that way, ask the questions, get it on video, and send it to us. We really need to get the buzz going, and now is a great opportunity. If you sign up using our form that's linked below this video, we can let you know about as many events as we can. They happen very quickly, so it's best to get on the listservs of candidates and find out for yourself when there are events near you, but we will do our best to keep you informed too. Our top tier targets right now are, again, senators who are running for president. Currently, our targets are Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, Ed Markey from Massachusetts, Kamala Harris from California, Sherrod Brown from Ohio, Tina Smith from Minnesota, Patty Murray from Washington, Bernie Sanders from Vermont, John Tester from Montana, Tammy Baldwin from Wisconsin, Sheldon Whitehouse from Rhode Island. And I know it can be a little scary or intimidating to go out and talk to candidates, whether you like them or not. So I'm going to help you come up with some questions that you might ask. Do you believe that a corporation is a person? Do you believe that a corporation should have the same constitutional rights as a human being? It's best to craft a question that feels good to you. Remember, you're going to have 30 seconds to a minute to ask your question. It's good to lead with a little bit of a personal narrative, maybe 20 seconds or so about why this matters to you, and then go into a direct ask. We want the candidates on video saying, yes, I believe a corporation is a person, or no, I do not believe a corporation should have the same constitutional rights as a human being. It's super important to get this on video because that allows us to follow up. If you get a clip of Bernie Sanders saying, no, I don't believe a corporation should have the same constitutional rights as a human being, that allows us to go to Bernie Sanders, point out what he said, and use it as leverage to get him to introduce the amendment and take action. So go with the crew, have a couple people ready to ask questions, make sure one or more people is willing to film you, then send it to us at birddogging, BIRDDOGGING, at movetoamend.org. Please get in touch with me if you have any questions or want help crafting or need any other advice before you get out there. Take a stab at it. I know it can sound a little scary, but the more people we have in more events than ever asking questions about House Joint Resolution 48 and corporate power, the better. Thanks, bird doggers. Let's do this.